Welcome to the Out of School Time Project's Video Resource Library. This bank of resources is made possible by the generosity of the Motorola Mobility Foundation, Public Health Management Corporation, the City of Philadelphia's Department of Human Services, and members of the Out of School Time community. This video will focus on methods for teaching classroom rules to youth. First, let's review three main principles for effective rules. Rules should be few in number, phrased positively, and stated clearly. Following these principles will build the foundation for your classroom rules. While it is helpful to use youth-friendly terms like responsibilities, norms, or Bill of Rights, this video will only use the term classroom rules. It is necessary to work with youth to establish and learn classroom rules. They may seem easily understood to adults or those who design them, but it is essential that the youth know what the rules look, sound, and feel like when they are in action. This video will review three methods to establish and teach rules within the classroom. These methods are using texts and stories, modeling and role-playing, and using charts. Some of these options may be more or less appropriate for varying age and grade groups. Many of these methods can be changed to meet the needs of the group. Texts and stories are an excellent way to establish classroom rules and build positive classroom culture with youth. For youth in lower elementary, reading aloud short stories that demonstrate one of your classroom rules is a best practice. Here are some tips for making your read aloud highly effective. Embed key questions within the read aloud to ensure that youth connect to the character's emotions. Then, connect the questions to a meaningful discussion afterward. Make sure to discuss the story with the youth immediately following the read aloud. It may be worthwhile to have another activity prepared that reinforces the lessons learned from the story. An example of some books that are useful for teaching classroom rules include Chrysanthemum by Kevin Henkes, The Kingdom with No Rules by Norman Stiles, and No, David by David Shannon. For older youth, it is worthwhile to mix fiction, non-fiction, and other texts like song lyrics, to teach and reinforce classroom rules. Non-fiction texts that use key facts about behavior, emotions, and outcomes of behaviors can strongly appeal to the youth's logic and encourage desired behaviors. Lyrics from popular songs and some poems may appeal to the youth's emotions more than non-fiction texts. Another method to help youth understand classroom rules is to model the desired behaviors and role-play with the youth. Modeling gives youth a clear visual of what is expected of them. Role-playing allows youth to assume the perspectives of others, build additional reasoning and social skills, and prepare for a situation where classroom rules need to be exercised. When modeling classroom rules, remember to connect the rule to an event that may happen on a regular basis, such as calling out or leaving one's seat without permission. Involve youth in positive ways. Make sure youth participation is valued and includes their input. Ask questions about what the youth saw and liked and allow them to give additional suggestions. Role-playing is very similar to modeling, except youth are directly involved in a highly structured situation. The purpose of role-playing is to highlight the need for the classroom rules and to have the youth connect to them emotionally. Remember, the goal is to highlight the need for the rules, not to emphasize undesired behaviors. When role-playing, remember to have very clearly defined roles and actions, prepare the youth carefully beforehand to explain the role, pause the scene to ask questions and solicit feedback about the rules and behaviors. Modeling and role-playing are two highly effective methods to help youth understand and uphold rules. A third way to reinforce classroom rules is to use charts that help define each rule. The most common chart is the Y chart. This breaks a rule into 3 distinct parts: what the classroom looks like, feels like, and sounds like when the rule is in effect. It is also good to use 3-column charts if it makes more sense for the youth. A T-chart can be used to compare 2 contrasting ideas. The end result is the same. The youth identify the key outcomes of classroom rules. When filling out these charts, remember to try the following. Break the youth into small groups so each group can discuss a single rule. Allow the youth to use symbols and pictures instead of only words. Give youth different roles during the activity. The youth should know who is drawing and writing, managing the group's activity, and presenting or summarizing their chart to the whole group. Classroom rules are necessary for all programs in youth. These rules set the overarching behavioral expectations for the program, and they hold the youth and group leader accountable for their actions. To ensure that youth understand their classroom rules, it is necessary to model and practice the rules with them. 3 methods to accomplish this include using texts and stories, modeling and role-playing, and using charts to discuss and define each rule more clearly. This will help teach youth valuable skills, build classroom culture, and help programming run smoothly. Thank you for watching this video. This is the first in a series of many videos about classroom management and classroom rules. Please visit our website for more information about OST programming and for additional videos. Thank you.